Pretty good vape mail day. Pneumonia. Still feel like doing a video. I've actually got to do two today. This one was completely impromptu because I wasn't expecting this product in until maybe Monday. So what we're going to talk about today, I've already done the up close stuff, is a revisit to JWraps. And here we go. So let's just take a vape because we can. I'm using the new Mason 24. I'm going to be giving a 24 away, a 30, a 40, two 40s. I'm going to be giving quite a few of these things away, courtesy of Vaporgate, the manufacturer. They approached me and asked me if I wanted to review it, and I said I got to buy one. And so I bought one, and I actually paid for overnight shipping so that it could get here quicker. And they sent a bunch of extra shit with it, so I'm going to give some of that away. But that's not what this is about. Gotta forgive this. JWraps. Many moons ago, I was the first person to do a video for JWraps. I remember when Alon, the owner of JWraps, messaged me on ECF. Said, hey, I'm thinking about doing these vinyl wraps to protect things. I've got one for the Pravari. I've got one for, I don't even remember what they were at the time. Maybe a lava tube. Had a few of them. Asked me if I'd like to review them. That is actually, to this day, even 3 or 4 years later, the most watched video that I have every month. When I look at my metrics for my monthly views, I have more views still on that video than any other video I did. So I'm glad I did that, and I'm honored to have been the first person to put those out into the public. So what about now? Where have they come in the last few years? Let's do a little up close. We've got their new clear product, which I've already done. We've got this stabilized wood style product. So let's go down. I only do a little wrapping down there because these clear ones, they do take a little more effort. So let's go look. Be right back. So, we had a package come in. Will that focus? I think it will. Come on, you fucker. There we go. JWraps. You know, I did the first ever video on JWraps here several years ago, and I'm so proud to see what that company has grown into. You'll have to forgive my voice, as I said earlier. But first, let's just let's take them out of the pack and see what we got here. We got a few different ones here. Some promotional material. Now, I ordered a few. I ordered this one for a Noisy Cricket. This one for my DNA 200 Relo. And this one for my DNA 200 Vapor Shark. So let's put them on. What do you say? So we'll start with the Vapor Shark. You just want to make sure that the device is as absolutely clean as you can get it. You cannot use anything like Windex or something like that with ammonia because the adhesive will not stick. Now, I noticed on the Relo I got, and the Noisy Cricket, I got 2 of each. I don't know if that's in case you make a mistake or something, but I only got one for the Vapor Shark, so maybe it's just an easier installation. So let's see if we can do it. We'll start with let's see, where do we want to start? We'll start with the front, the big side. Take the battery cover off. And let's just do the biggest part first. Alright, so we're going to line it with the top of the mod. Try to get it nice and centered. This is probably much harder on camera, trying to do on camera, than it is actually not. I decided that in general that was a lot more tedious than I wanted to do to try to do on camera. Especially this door, this battery door part was a little difficult. I actually put it on backwards the first time and come back and put it on correctly. I will say on this particular pattern, it does match up perfectly on this side, but there's something a little wonky on this side. I don't know if it's they just didn't get the pattern to go all the way around right, but the wood is it actually doesn't finish the same. You guys can see it. It just doesn't finish the same. But I still got a couple of pieces left to put on, so these ought to be a little bit more straightforward. We got the top and the bottom. This is pretty well just lining it up with the screen. And that appears done. Let's check. Focus. There we go. And the top. Again, should be pretty simple. Just getting it over the hole there. There we go. You can even actually kind of take your fingernail and go into the little notches that were there. And that looks pretty good. So, Vapor Shark. Nice and wrapped, hybrid wood. I do wish they'd get that pattern was lined up, but was solid there. But, you know, it's a piece of vinyl. Went on easy. I was able to actually take this piece off and flip it because I had it on upside down the first time. So let's do another one. I'm actually going to go off camera and do these because I don't want to mess them up. And we'll come back and show you them finished and wrapped. I will say that I didn't realize when I ordered this, it said clear. And they are pretty much clear. It's actually pretty cool. Let me see if I can get this to focus. So you can see the Noisy Cricket kind of has these horizontal striations, kind of a pattern in the metal. That actually translates through this clear. So it kind of, and maybe you could see the stripes running this way from the actual metal through the Damascus wrap. Come with a piece to go over that center. It also come with one to go over the button, but I thought that looked a little goofy because it was like clear over black. It also come with one to go over the hybrid adapter, but again, I didn't really see a point there. Looks great on the bottom. You can actually even still see the JWraps logo through it. I really like these clear ones. Now, this one was a little harder to put on. I guess because of the clear, I had to be more mindful of the bubbles. And that might explain why the clear comes with two. Because you can see, actually, I had an air bubble right there. And I peeled it off and I actually put it back on, and I didn't get the bubble. So when I was putting it on, I actually caught myself kind of having to smooth it every switch of the way. I would kind of smooth it this way and this way as I was laying it. And after I pulled it off and reapplied it, I actually did not get any air bubbles, but it did leave a little scar where I did have that air bubble. But nothing too serious. Had one on this side too. See if I can even find it. Yeah, right there. But like I said, I was able to actually take it off and reapply it. So I'm sure if you were super OCD where it actually overlaps, I'm sure you could trim that if you wanted to. For me, this is just a protective way to cover this, make it look nice, And nobody's ever going to notice that. So, and these clears, whoop, I fired it. These clear Damascus are home run. Now I'm going to go wrap a rollie. Be right back. So yeah, I wrapped three. I wrapped the rollie. Got a nice little Damascus-y clear type finish to it because it is a clear wrap. And adds a little level of protection to it. Love it. I'd say the Noisy Cricket's the one that I love the most though, man. Because the metal striations that still show through, oh my God, the thing is so beautiful. I love how the Cricket turned out. And the Vapor Shark. I do really wish that pattern was correct. But you know, I mean, I'm not going to bitch about it. It's perfect on this side. The coating that I actually had on my Vapor Shark was wearing off. And so I actually started scratching it off myself. And I got to where I was scratching the mod, so it had to get a wrap. I don't know if I'll stick with this pattern. I may order a different one. But that's the cool thing about JWraps. You can change the close of your mod anytime. And it costs 14 bucks. I mean, how could you ever beat that? I'm pretty sure the clear ones come with an extra because they are a lot more tricky to use. I would say the rollie was the easiest to do. I think because I had the most reference. You know, I had this hole, I had this cutout, I had these two buttons and the USB as a reference for my initial placement. And then it was just smooth it down. I think the hardest one by far was the Cricket because that is just one solid run all the way around. And trying to keep that level on both sides and smooth and not bubble, which I had some bubbles, but I worked them out. I would say that was the hardest. The bottom was no big deal. Top was no big deal. Maybe, I think on the clear one, including the one for the black button, you couldn't even see it. So I think that was kind of mute. Same for the hybrid cap. But all in all, I love the clear product. It's the first ones I've used of it, and I really enjoy it. Man, congratulations, brother. I mean, you have really, really, really created one of the best companies in this industry. And, man, I don't do this ever. My hat's off to you, brother. So that's an update on the JWraps stuff. So next, we're going to start working on that Mason video. Because it's going to be a fucking serious video. See you again next time.